Yeah, see, you got.
Right?
I guess we can start with that because you got it on your header.
Sammy wins.
That's not gonna help his case, man. But with the new narrative,
I know. Man, okay. Sammy, you can't leave somebody like Sammy off WrestleMania. I feel like that's like you
yeah,
can't. You can't leave him off WrestleMania. Like,
right.
but I feel like he won it when truly I think truly he didn't need to. So I feel like he still would have been on Mania. It easily could have been a fatal four way for the US title. Mello, Ilya, Sammy, Trick. I don't know. I
Yeah,
feel like that would have been easy to do. But now it's just gonna be. I'm down for Sammy versus Trick. I'm for that, and I'm
yeah.
honestly I'm for Trick winning too. To be honest.
I am 1000%. You know how I feel about Trick
Yeah,
Williams. I don't gotta
I'm
keep
for
saying
Trick
it.
winning.
I don't want to sound like a fucking rider. So
Yeah,
I'm gonna be easy, but
I'm for Trick
I'm with
winning,
it.
but I feel like I mean Trick was probably gonna be on WrestleMania regardless. It just depended on I guess like who. I
Hmm.
mean, if if Carmelo would have retained, it probably would have been Mello versus Trick. I mean, that would been dope too to
You,
revisit that
I
again.
don't think you should pull the trigger on that yet, especially at a
Not
big
yet,
stage.
not
You
yet.
let their careers cook a little longer for that.
Oh, okay,
That's how
okay.
I feel.
I can feel that. I can feel that. I can feel that. But Sammy, I mean, if this goes into this new like kind of character that he's doing as of recently, which I've liked.
It's been
Um,
interesting. It has
yeah,
been interesting.
I like. Then I can get like
They just
okay.
got to keep them. They got to keep the plastic water bottles away from him when he's talking to somebody else.
Oh, facts, bro. He always
They're just
throwing something.
planting them things. Like, bro, you know he's about to make a mess. You, you
You already know.
will
You
calm
already
down
know.
with
What you think about the whole thing, man? What you
it.
think about
So, well, I didn't know. So, as soon as he said, as soon as GM Nick Aldis when he told Trick, "Hey, I got a match for you at Mania," but they didn't say what it was, and then Sammy
yes.
came over. You know, wrestler brain is already going off like, "Oh, is this what
Hmm.
they're doing?" And then Sammy goes, "I'm gonna find a way in." And then like when he answers the open challenge, you kind of saw it right there. The writing was on the wall.
Right on the wall.
And then Trick comes out, so it makes it even more obvious.
Yes.
But when Carmelo lost the way he lost, as
Hmm.
when him getting screwed and everything, it was like, well, they
Yep.
can't leave him out of this. Sammy and Trick works. Sammy will work with anybody, and Trick is
Yep.
really good.
Yep.
But Melo's got to be added. I think Carmelo is the secret sauce to make that magical with the triple threat. But
Hmm.
you posted and you mentioned Ilya. I was like, oh shit, yeah, I forgot about Ilya.
Yes.
And yeah, I think the triple threat is fine, but Ilya. Sometimes I think I I like triple threat matches way more than fatal four ways.
The pay the boys. Okay.
But someone like Ilya isn't gonna make the match worse.
No.
And you don't
No.
wanna you wanna reward these folks, man. Like this is the biggest show of the year. You wanna reward, especially when it's a 2 night event, so it's even harder to make an excuse for them not being on the card.
Yes.
They don't have
Yes.
pre-show matches anymore.
No.
Um, so you want to reward him, and adding him in that fatal four way, it doesn't devalue. I think sometimes multi-man matches can devalue sometimes because one on one just feels so much more important unless done right. But in this case, the story's there. The story's there. On top of, you want to reward these cats. Carmelo has been doing so well, so yeah, him not being on the show is a little bit of a slap in the face. And storyline wise, he got screwed, so yeah, put him in. Ilya, I don't know. I ain't gonna say he completely fits in the story, but he's not completely in the background neither. Because no,
No.
he got screwed a couple weeks before, didn't he?
Huh?
Ilya.
Oh no, because
How'd that finish happen with Ilya and Melo? How did Melo retain? Wasn't it a DQ or something?
uh no, that was like they
Shenanigans.
first. That was like the wasn't that like the first like rematch they had? Wasn't it
Think so, because
or
he
something
kept
like
being
that?
like, "Oh, I don't deserve
Because
to fight."
Miz had got involved. Remember,
Yeah,
Miz had got involved in that decision, and then they ran it back a couple weeks ago, and then it was I think it was just a straight like it was a straight
Ilya
up
just
match
lost.
that Ilya just lost.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I don't know what you do with that. He
I
got
think
pinned
you just
clean.
put him there just to
Storyline wise,
the
though,
fall guy,
why does it
maybe
make
I guess.
sense? Why does it make sense? Why is he in there? Other than he's a good wrestler and he's gonna make and he deserves it. If we get rid of that and just treat it like a story, why is he? What has he done to deserve it? He lost twice,
He
clean.
did lose twice.
So he's. I'm
He did lose.
sorry. I mean, that's not his fault. That's the booking's fault. But I don't see him
Um,
being added in there for it to make sense. You can just do anything and it not make
you
sense.
can add him in for him to get pinned probably as just a fall guy.
Yeah, he can do some shit. You know, I think Sammy needs to get rid of the U.S. Open Challenge. If we really want to like start planting the seeds of a double turn, and
Ooh,
what would be so
like
ironic is
bro,
what's so
bro.
ironic is he started it back. He's the one who brought it back, so he's the
Yeah,
perfect guy to stop it. And he
like
can give.
oh my god, I thought of the double turn. If they okay, all right,
That's the only
all
reason I
right,
kind of hinted towards the 1-on-1 happening. That way you could do a double turn.
okay,
Um,
okay,
but
okay.
with the multi-man guy, it's hard to do that. But at the same time, I don't know. Melo and Ilya could have a non-title 1-on-1 match, but it's not with no stakes. It's gonna be such a preliminary match with not a lot of time.
Yeah.
I, I don't know. Yeah, go with them and throw them in the mix. I guess you could do the double turn of Backlash. Not everything has to be WrestleMania, or you could do the double turn that Friday after,
Mm,
or
yeah,
something.
yeah,
You know, most double turns aren't completely out of the blue. Most
that
double
is true.
turns, they're seeds.
See, seeds
There,
being planted. Yeah.
there are small seeds, like the Brett shit, the Brett and Austin shit. Brett and Austin went into WrestleMania 13. Brett being a babyface and Austin being a heel, but
Yeah.
the lines were already somewhat blurred.
Mhm.
Like Austin was still flipping people off. He was still breaking the rules. He was still doing heel shit, but he had this likable quality to him.
Right.
Brett, on the other hand, was
Mhm.
already starting to do things that weren't necessarily all the way heel, but you could make an argument. Like he was starting to complain a lot. Even if
Mhm.
some of the complaints were justified, he was bitching a lot. Like,
Oh.
they're screwing me. Oh, they're screwing. And it's okay because there was truth to it, but you could tell 97 Brett was different than 95 Brett. Like
You're
you
right.
couldn't see
Right.
Brett from 2 years ago or even 1 year ago acting that way, even though
Right.
he had validity to it. Even Austin, like one of the things he said leading into the match, said, "Ever since you came back, you ain't did nothing but cry." Like, so I mean, like even then there was small seeds, and WrestleMania just implanted it, or and it grew, it sprouted out. So similar to this,
Yeah.
similar to this, Sammy hasn't turned, he hasn't done anything outright heelish, but you see the change. So getting rid of that U.S. Open Challenge would be such a big part of that. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. It'd be a perfect. Yeah.
and it's not all out heel because the U.S. Challenge, the U.S. title isn't the Open Challenge title. He's
No.
not obligated to continue it. So it's
Right.
not all the way heel, but it's enough. It's an unpopular decision. So
Yes.
that's enough to like keep it going. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
the double
Yeah.
turn doesn't have to be a Mania. It doesn't have to be a Mania. Honestly, if you try to do a double turn at Mania, you're never gonna do as good as Austin and Brett. You're just gonna be compared to that.
Yep.
Every double turn will be compared to that, and it'll fail. It'll fall flat on its face every time. Doing it at Mania is just gonna make that comparison more,
Hmm.
in my opinion.
Yeah, yeah. No, I get what you're saying. I think it's only a matter of time before Trick is a face. It's only a matter of
It's
time.
already. I feel like he's already a face, in my opinion.
I mean, him pushing the title in the ring, that is
Yeah,
more
yeah,
push
yeah.
tactics. I
It's
get it
not fully
though.
there.
I get it though. I get it. But he is the reactions that he's getting. He's feeding off
Yeah,
the crowd. Like, man, I haven't seen nothing like this in a minute. It's been a while.
it's truly unique. It is truly unique.
It's been a while since I've seen somebody just catch on like this. Even with
I mean, Jay caught on. I'm not trying to act like Jay Uso didn't catch on. He did. He caught on in a big way.
yeah,
Respectfully, this is different.
it is different. It is. It is different.
Um, I don't know, man. I mean, Jay was a like I ain't gonna pretend Jay was lightning in the bottle. He
Yes.
really was. He
Yes, he
really
was.
was. It still is. I mean, I don't want to talk about him in past tense. I'm enjoying, and we'll get back to this is a whole nother segment.
Oh
I
yeah.
don't, but
We gotta talk
like
about that too.
I feel like
Yes.
his character work is getting really interesting right now. But what Trick's got going on, man, is I'm so excited to see this. I'm so excited to watch his career. I'm just excited, like
Yeah.
I'm excited
Yeah.
to see it. Like, man, this is, and I think it's poetic because it's blossoming right after Cena retires. You know
Yes.
what I mean?
Like this is your guy right here.
I'm saying it. I'm saying I think he's the guy. You
He's
could
the
say Braun
guy.
Breaker and you wouldn't be wrong. I love Braun Breaker, but in my opinion, I bet my house on Trick Williams. You see
Yeah,
him on
because
Breakfast
like,
Club. You see him on all these media rounds. He's ready. He's ready now. I mean, I don't know about now, but he's close. only only so much fine tuning he needs.
to see him to see him in NXT, right? In NXT,
As the
brought in
heavy, as
as
Melo's heavy
Meadows have like no like right hand man.
in the
You know what I'm saying?
2.0 era.
In the 2.0 era, Trick Mellow game. Trick Mellow game. Right? To see him go from that to kind of, I wouldn't have not even guessed that trajectory for him at
We
all.
didn't, though. We had a segment about this
We
two
did.
and a half years ago,
We did. We did.
so it was already boiling. And you brought it up to
Yeah, it
me.
was. It
You brought it up
was.
to me. Is Trick a bigger star than Melo? And I don't like talking about great about Trick at
And
Melo's expense. I don't want to make a habit of that. I really don't want to
because
make a habit of
both
that.
of them got their own swag,
They got their own
regardless.
swag, their own deal. I feel like
Yeah.
Tricks is more ready for the main event of WrestleMania.
Yeah. Yeah.
Melo, on
Yeah.
the other hand, man, like he is. I feel like he has. This is a high compliment, but this is how much I love Melo. I feel like Melo has the athleticism and work rate of Shelton Benjamin with the swagger of an MVP. You know what I mean?
Ooh. Okay.
And
Okay.
you know how much
Okay.
you know how I feel about MVP.
Yes.
You know,
Yes. Yes. That was
but
your guy. That was your guy.
that was my guy, man.
That was your guy.
You remember like that was the first heel I just unapologetically cheered for. Yeah,
That was your guy right
no, he's cool. I don't care. Yeah, he's doing shit I don't like. I don't care. Even
there.
when Booker T turned heel, and Booker was like one of my favorites, one of my
Yeah.
freaking favorites. But when he turned heel, it hurt my heart. And I was just like,
Mm.
no, why'd you do that to Chris Benoit? You know what I mean? But like, I can't believe you would do that. But you know what I mean? But when MVP came around, I was like, oh no, I don't care. He can
Yeah.
do whatever.
Yeah.
He can
Yeah.
do whatever. I don't care.
I get that. Yeah, like athleticism. Sure. Yeah, yeah, I can see that for sure. Yeah, for sure. Swagger, MVP, and every. Yep, I can see that.
Yeah, especially with Melo. MVP had the I don't know, the franchise player
Yeah, putting
and
jer
and Melo and
Melo
Melo
had the jerseys.
the
Melo had
jerseys.
the
MVP
jerseys
has
and
the Super
shit.
Bowl tunnel.
Yep.
They both have the
Mhm.
no pun intended, but the MVP type character,
Yep.
the most valuable player type character. They both had the number one draft. Melo's gimmick was he was the number one draft or the first round draft.
First round draft pick.
He was first round draft. MVP's gimmick was he was the highest paid rookie in SmackDown history or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Because
Free
the
agent
whole
signing or
thing
something.
was SmackDown and Raw was like bidding for him. So
Yep.
the similarities are
Are
there.
there.
They're
Yeah.
there.
They're there.
But yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, in no way do I want to talk about Trick at Melo's expense. We get in the habit of doing that. We do the same thing to not we as in me and you, but as fans, we do the same thing to Tez with Ford.
Oh,
We always got to look at the Marty Jannetty to the Shine. You know what I mean?
Ted
We
and
like,
Tez and Dawkins. Yeah.
yeah, we've abused Matt. Matt's had a Hall of Fame career, but we treat Matt like he's Michelle Williams. You know what I mean? Like,
No.
like you know what I mean? Like, or like even in basketball with the Ball brothers. Oh,
Shit.
LaMelo's, he's the Melo, he's the LaMelo, he's the Lonzo. Well, they both have a respectable career.
That is true.
So I don't want to make a habit of doing that. I think we as a society love doing that when two people come in the game together.
Yeah.
But yeah, but I do feel like Trick Williams is more ready for that type of stage. That could change. I mean, we saw Daniel Bryan become a WrestleMania main eventer. So I'd be like, bro, I mean this with all love. If Bryan fucking Danielson can become a certified WrestleMania main eventer, Carmelo can. And what I mean by that is they both have the ring acumen, but Bryan, and this is to Bryan's credit, Bryan had to do a learning curve for the WWE style and the character work, and he did that. Mel, if he can do it when he was so, like, I say this respectfully, Bryan came in very plain.
Very plain, yeah. He was
a lot more plain than Melo.
Yes.
So Melo's already on a head start than what Bryan was.
You already got an advantage already. Yeah.
Already an advantage. So respectfully, I'm not saying I'm not dissing Daniel, but am I right?
That is real. That's so real. That's so real.
So Melo can do
it. Yeah, like it's crazy to think because we were literally watching Daniel Bryan at NXT when it was
he was the loser guy. That was his gimmick.
Yes,
he couldn't win a match.
Yes,
he was the bland guy that got disrespected by the Miz and couldn't win a match. That was his shit.
Yes, bro.
That was his foot in the door.
That was his foot in the door. Oh,
the indie guy.
Yeah, the indie guy.
That's who you want to be in WWE. That's gonna get you real far. Have your character be the indie guy. Vince will fucking put a rocket on your back. He did it. He did it. It's fucking it's one of the best stories in wrestling.
Yes. Yeah. Yep, I agree.
At least when Foley did it, he had the character advantages. Daniel Bryan didn't have a character coming in.
No,
all of that trial by fire.
No,
he didn't get a cool character in NXT and went up. No, he came in with the maroon breeches.
He did. He did. He did. They did not take him serious.
He should have been dead in the water. He should have been dead. People don't realize how much of a goat Bryan is for that, man. And he did all that while not even liking that style of wrestling. He's not even that type of guy. He just did it because he had to do it, and he was going to prove it. He's not even an sports entertainment type of guy, but he mastered it anyway because he's a fucking boss. Melo can fucking do it.
Melo can do it. Yeah. Melo can do it. Yeah, he can. Oh my God. I like that comparison. I like that. Like how they. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, I pulled that out of my ass. There's no notes left.
Oh,
And I promise I'ma take it to the peak. I was on fuels, now I'm on full, no pool. I remember when my tank was on E. I swear. Bet on me, 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 bet on me. Doing once, not twice, if you try to me. No business to hell as you telling me. So driven, the game gotta spell me.